Okay, I've worked on my phone, so your phone will be like this. It's searching. First thing to do, switch it off. Now, with the 5-pointed star screwdriver, take out the 2 screws in the bottom. Place them down on the desk. Put that screwdriver over there. Now the back comes off, it slides up just a small way, so you'll only be able to see a bit of a gap down the bottom, and then it just lifts straight off. Now at this point you want to remove this screw here in the battery connector. So I'll lift off, put that there. Now lift up the battery connector. I can use my fingernail. Should just pop up like that. It's clipped in. Well, you can see that that just clips in there like that. So really just from this little tab here, just pulls up. Now you'll lift it up, and then this little metal piece here will just lift out. See how the battery ribbon there, screwdriver, battery ribbon in there folds down and then back up again. This little metal piece has a little bit on the end of it which just fits next to the logic board. So I'll put that down too. Now where the problem will be is this little connector here. It's just popped off the logic board. So I'm going to move it so it's directly over the board connector. And lift it up directly over the board connector there, and then you want to push it down, and it'll make a click as you press it. Lift it off again. So if it's off, you can see that board connector there. Thing has to be in line over the connector. You don't want to press it down if it's not in line. But when it is in line like that, just maneuver it in place with the screwdriver. Then should make a firm click as it's seated properly. So let's give that a go. Next step, put this bit back in. Goes in like that. And the battery clicks down. And you get the one screw that was holding in the battery connector. Screw that back in. You don't need to really force it, just till it's tight. Put it back on, just to so it fits in. It'll slide down. So it's now slid down. And then with these screws, you probably want to put the screw onto the screwdriver like that. Just screw it in a bit, and then screw it up tight. The threads on these screws are pretty, or the head on them is pretty easy to strip, so you don't want to put too much force when you're tightening it. Just a bit of force should do. And this one, screw that in. Phone will switch on, and let it boot up, make sure it's working. You don't need to test too much. You haven't taken off anything other than just the antenna connector and the battery. So if it switches on, the battery's installed correctly, and it should find network pretty much straight away. Searching. And it's found network. And it's all good.
No, dropping off.